Liverpool's new era begins. Hugo Ekitike shines. Isak saga continues. Defensive questions align. Are Liverpool's 2025-26 Premier League campaign could not have started with a bigger statement. Under the stewardship of new head coach Arne Slot, the Reds kicked off their title defense with a thrilling 4-2 victory over Bournemouth at Anfield. A match that had everything: dazzling debut goals, defensive concerns, injury scares, and a transfer saga that refuses to fade away. At the heart of it all stood Hugo Ekitike, the club's £69 million marquee signing from Eintracht Frankfurt, who delivered an unforgettable debut performance that instantly captured the imagination of supporters and pundits alike. Ekitike's dreams start from the moment he stepped onto the Anfield turf. Ekitike looked every inch the striker Liverpool had been searching for, having already found the net in the Community Shield against Crystal Palace. The Frenchman carried that momentum into his league debut, scoring a superb free kick to open the scoring before providing a precise assist for Cody Gakpo's goal. His performance didn't just earn him the Man of the Match award. It also set the tone for what could be a transformative season for Liverpool's attack. Fans had long wondered how the Reds would replace the departed Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz, and how they would emotionally recover from the tragic loss of Diogo Jota earlier this summer. Ekitike's arrival seemed like a gamble given his age and relatively limited experience at the top level. But his composure, intelligence, and flair immediately silenced the doubters. The Anfield crowd, still raw from grief, yet desperate for hope, erupted when the 23-year-old slotted home his debut goal. In that moment, he wasn't just a new signing. He was a symbol of rebirth, Alan Shearer's warning yet. Amid the celebrations, the transfer rumor mill refused to slow down. Liverpool's ongoing pursuit of Alexander Isak remains one of the summer's biggest storylines. Newcastle United have already rejected a £70 million package offer, and reports suggest Isak himself is keen on the switch to Anfield. The legendary Newcastle striker and now pundit waded into the debate with a cheeky but pointed message on social media. Shearer warned that if Isak joins Liverpool now, he might find himself warming the bench behind Ekitike, one report highlighted. With a mix of humor and genuine insight, Shearer tapped into a growing question. Does Liverpool even need Isak if Ekitike continues performing at this level? His words spread quickly among fans, sparking fierce debates online. For Liverpool, the situation is complex. Ekitike has shown instant promise, but Slot's vision appears to involve multiple attacking options. Speaking before the Bournemouth clash, the Dutchman made it clear that he wants a front line capable of fluid rotations and partnerships, rather than relying on a single talisman. That philosophy keeps the door open for Isak, whose physicality and versatility could complement rather than compete with Ekitike's road to redemption while Ekitike stole the spotlight. Another story quietly unfolded at Anfield 1 involving Federico Chiesa. The Italian winger's debut season at Liverpool was marred by injuries and inconsistency, with fitness struggles preventing him from making a sustained impact. Arne Slot revealed after the game that Chiesa's lack of preseason last summer had hindered his rhythm, much like Joe Gomez and Connor Bradley, who also endured setbacks. But against Bournemouth, Chiesa showed glimpses of why Liverpool brought him in from Fiorentina. Introduced as a substitute, he injected energy and directness into the attack, winning duels and creating chances in the final third. Slot, visibly pleased, praised his resilience. When we needed him, Federico stepped up and delivered. I believe this is just the beginning for him. Those words carried weight, suggesting that Chiesa may finally become a pivotal figure for Liverpool in the months ahead. Injury scares raised concerns. Not all the headlines were positive. However, new signing Jeremy Frimpong, dynamic fullback brought in from Bayer Leverkusen, sparked concerns after being withdrawn with a hamstring issue. Alongside him, fellow defender Milos Kerkez was also substituted to avoid a second yellow card, leaving Liverpool's defense stretched. With Connor Bradley still sidelined and Joe Gomez not yet match fit, Slot was forced to turn to Wataru Endo to shore up the back line late in the game. Slot later explained that Frimpong's substitution was precautionary, though fans couldn't help but worry. Injuries have haunted Liverpool in recent years, and with the season only just beginning, the thought of losing key players is unsettling. The incident underscored why defensive reinforcements remain high on the club's agenda. With links to Mark Guéhi of Crystal Palace growing stronger, defensive fragility exposed for all of Liverpool's attacking brilliance. The defensive performance left much to be desired. Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo tormented the backline, scoring twice in the second half and exploiting gaps left by Ibrahima Konate. Despite making 7 clearances, Konate looked nervous under pressure, and pundit Jamie Carragher was blunt in his assessment, describing the Frenchman as all over the place. The defensive frailties raised uncomfortable questions about whether this Cove side can balance their newfound attacking firepower with the solidity needed to sustain a title challenge. It was a reminder that Slot's project is still in its early stages, and that while the attack may already look revitalized, the defense is very much a work in progress. Transfer window drama continues as the transfer window clock ticks down. Speculation over Alexander Isak's future will only intensify. His absence from Newcastle's training sessions has been noted, though manager Eddie Howe insists there's still a path for him at St. James Park. For Liverpool, decision is delicate. Do they push harder for Isak or trust that Ekitike's emergence is enough to lead the line? For many fans, the dream scenario is both Ekitike and Isak together, forming a partnership that could terrorize defenses across Europe. But financial realities and negotiations with Newcastle complicate that vision. Either way, the Isak saga has added drama to Liverpool's already fascinating start to the season.